we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the London Monarchs. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's now 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A toss right to Geis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now a run with Geis. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
3rd down, here's Geis. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. The end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag there. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. As he throws there, incomplete.
He got to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
they'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, this is Geis. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And then open down the middle of the field. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. What a huge play that time. 56 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
3rd and goal.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Monarchs 10.
Browns. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run with the fullback, Juszczyk. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scanning the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. backs to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They run again on first down. Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. There he goes, right side. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball?
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. Terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. He'll look to throw. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Final play of the half, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
With the give.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Cleveland.
Now Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Mayfield on play action. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another 1st down. Now that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career. Get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On the ground, it's Geis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out you remember when their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Mayfield looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up at the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's Geis, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
36-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And running with power here. Touchdown! Great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
the score, Monarchs 24. Browns.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll pick up a 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Browns on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Mayfield over the middle to Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A first down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield will let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Break on the coverage.
Now Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tackle made by
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll try and burn some clock with Geis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On first down, this is Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On the draw, they go to Geis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Mayfield off the play fake. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown.